So Neil, it wasn't pretty, but at the end we got the job done, and that's the main thing. But what are your thoughts on the match as a whole?
I thought we played some good stuff. First half, we've had one at the bar. Sol's had a good chance over the bar. We've had another great opportunity. Football's about taking chances. I thought we played well first half. Created them to very little, considering they had the wind. They had one chance. The lads chipped it wide. So we're fairly happy. Second half came out patient. Missed a good couple of opportunities. Finished the post. Ball flashing across the box, and then they go down the other end and score, and that changes the game. Against the wind, that changes the game. It's a sloppy goal from our perspective. But it's about staying patient, keep pushing, keep going, keep doing what you've been doing. Obviously make substitutions, try and change the game. That's my job. And the lads who came on, I thought made a difference in the game. And overall we deserve to win the game. It's just at this stage of the season when everyone else is winning and all that information is coming to you, you've just got to stay positive with it and keep believing in what you do.
Yeah, and we did well throughout, but I think once we conceded, I think we actually saw the true Marine that we've seen all season. We were getting down at the edges and clipping them into the box, like you said, across the box. How positive and proud of you that they came back, not just to equalise, not just to win, but to actually make a scoreline that seemed so positive.
Yeah, to win the game 3-1 after being 1-0 down with about 25 minutes to go, was it something like that? They were wasting time, as you would.
Yeah.
Don't blame them for that. That's a bit of gamesmanship. Sol scored a great goal. But before that, we'd had some, hit the post, and Sol's missed a good chance, and Bobby's hit the bar and come out. Theirs has hit the bar and bounced in and come out. They're the differences in football, but the key thing is you keep going, keep believing in what you're doing. We made attacking changes. Obviously, we took Chris off. Chris wasn't doing anything wrong, but we just brought Matty on because he's got a wonder of a left foot. We got Sol out on the right because he comes in a bit more centrally, and obviously Louis White came on, made a difference, and as did Robbo.
Yeah, and then speaking of the goals, Finn, Bobby, Sol, the strike force combined, not just them, but I'm not sure if you're interested to know that you've actually scored 100 goals this season, so that was the 100th goal.
So 100 goals, I keep saying, to people from when we came back in 2018 or whatever it was to where we are today, this season already, irrespective of what comes next. We've reached the first round of the FA Cup on the back of being the third round of the FA Cup at Tottenham not so long ago. We've been promoted. Now we're in the playoff positions currently and trying to be in the playoffs to try and potentially go up. Still a lot of work to do on that. We're in the semi-final of the Liverpool Senior Cup, which we won last year. So, as you say, we've now scored 100 goals in all competitions, and our biggest issue last year was we couldn't score goals. So it shows how far we've come. We've just got to keep going. Who knows? As you say, what I was pleased about today, we did keep going. We kept calm, and we made sure that when our opportunities came, as you say, front three lads will score goals, and they have done again today.
Yeah, and there's that kind of mentality that means that we remain in the playoff spots, and I think every team in the playoff spots today were actually losing at some point, and they came back either 2 or 3-1, us being part of that. So are you happy that playoffs remains in our own hands, so to speak, and we're not having to rely on looking on football web pages week by week?
Yeah, it's about trying to keep it in your own hands, but you've seen today the weather here, so presuming, probably, I don't know obviously, but thinking maybe at them grounds as well, teams who are getting beat and maybe playing against the wind. I might be wrong, but it's no good looking at other results while the games are going on. You can only look after yourself, and we've got to look after ourselves, and that's the thing that I was happy with today, that we looked after ourselves, because we were getting beat 1-0 with 20-25 minutes to go of normal time, but we kept doing what we were asking to do. We never panicked. We kept passing it where we could, and scored. Obviously a good goal from Sol. Didn't really see the penalty situation where I am, and then a great finish, from Bobby. But we stayed positive with it. We kept going, and I thought we deserved to win the game.
Yeah, and now we've got this. You've just touched on. We've got the small matter of the Liverpool Senior Cup semi-final in maybe 72 hours' time. Are you looking to rest any players for that, or is it a case of just approach each team as you see fit, and any kind of players just play whatever you want?
I'll look at it tomorrow. I've not looked at it yet. We've obviously got a couple of lads who can't play in it, who have played in the game. Freddie Sass can't play, and Jack Bainbridge can't play because they've played in it for Southport. So obviously lads will come into the team. It was always the plan. But as I've said all along, I've got every faith in every one of them players, and that's everything, as we've just proven, the substitutions coming on and making a difference. So, you know, people get opportunities Tuesday, but we're going to win the game, you know, so, you know, it's not, oh, we're going to rest people, because I believe in every single one of them, and whoever plays on Tuesday, I know will give everything they've got to try and get us in the final. That's the next game. It's no good looking any further than that. We want to win the cup. We want to make the playoffs. We want to do everything that we can potentially do. Otherwise, why bother being in the game? I'm not one of them who thinks we've got to rest for this and rest for that. We've got a small squad, you know, but ultimately, winning football, there's nothing better than winning football matches, and that's what we've got to try and continue to do. And we're up against a real tough Prescott team who over the last 2 seasons have done really, really well. They're in a playoff position. We're away from home. It's a tough place to go. So we've just got to keep going and see where we land.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Neil.